Friends 2.
Amazing, awesome, good to meet you. I'm Randy with Bleach Bangs Radio. Yes,
awesome. Okay,
I'm telling you what, caught your guys' show phenomenal.
Thank you.
I think you guys were the sleepers that just
really.
I believe everybody's everybody's going to be like, did you catch them? Where did they come from?
I love it, dude.
I already knew.
Underdogs. We are the underdogs.
Good to meet you.
Christy.
Justin. Sharon.
Yeah.
So your name again?
Randy.
Randy.
Okay.
Randy.
Good to meet you. Now you're
Christy.
Yes. Striper here, dude.
I
love it. I love it. I got to see Striper.
About Ward, yeah.
Have you?
I bought this at their show.
We saw him at Rocklahoma. Amazing. Amazing.
One of my first concerts.
Oh, we know.
I know. See,
I love it.
That's how you guys got on my radar to start with. You know, a couple of months before, well, whenever they announced the lineup, I'm like, we as human, we as human. I don't think I've checked them out yet. So we started checking it out. I'm like, man, you gotta check these guys out. They're going to be at Rocklahoma, and we were so excited.
So were we.
Oh my God!
Oh, wait, I was the news to us. We were interviewing Trevor from 1,000 Foot Crutch, and he said our set got moved up a little bit because we as human can't play. We said, wait a minute, what?
We were just
so their guitarist was texting me like, he's like, why aren't you here? That was one of the worst days of our lives.
What happened?
Well,
they said transportation.
We were playing New Jersey, and then we are not from New Jersey, so we know nothing about the New Jersey.
It was a 3.5 hour drive. It was a 3.5 hour drive. Our flight was at 6:10.
Mm-hmm.
We left at 10:45, 10:50, something like that.
Okay.
I think in
In
the morning
to get there by 5.
Okay.
3.5 hour drive, whatever.
Do this.
We missed our flight by 10 minutes.
Oh no!
Oh my
There was
God.
like this huge security line as they're
There was like a
Jake Jones, Justin Cordell,
Oh my goodness.
Dave Dragoo, Adam Up. This is your final
we got there.
boarding call.
We got there.
Gosh.
We're standing there. We got our bags on the scales, and they're like,
Nope. My bag actually
nope.
made it too.
It already cut. Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He checked his bags.
What part of you, man?
He checked his bags, and as soon as they took his bags, they told him, they said, it's closed. You can't get on the flight. He's like, what about my bags?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they already took them.
And we sat trying to figure
my
out.
God.
His bags were there.
We were going to try to drive a couple hours and fly from another airport because it was Memorial Day.
We were going to drive as far
Right,
as Cleveland.
right.
We were going to
We're
Cleveland
done.
and then fly out from Cleveland.
Dude, it was
go to
just
Tulsa and drive
insane.
down.
So like 2 weeks ago, we're playing Chicago. We roll up to our hotel at like 1 in the morning, and as we're getting out, this band drives up in their van and trailer, and they're like, "Hey, another band." They hop out and come over to us. They're like, "Hey, we're called Mindset Evolution."
Are you kidding?
Who are you guys? We're like, we're We As Human. Thank you guys so much, man. We got to play your slot at Rock.
Oh no! Those guys are great guys. We've met them too.
Better knowing that cool guys got our slot.
They are really cool guys. Really cool. I think we've interviewed them twice.
Yeah.
And just really, when they won the Uproar Battle of the Bands thing, I was like, I want to get in and check these guys out and get an interview with them, and you know they're going to be so excited they want to talk to somebody.
Right.
Let's shout this out, man.
Oh yeah.
And so sure enough, man, they're like, yes. You know, this Tuesday, you got it, we got it. And it was awesome. I mean, they were just such great guys. I mean, they sent over the full length. The EP full length. It's kind of a, but they sent all that over, sent over promos and everything, and they're like, anything else? Anything? Dude, we're covered. Can we call in 10 minutes early? Sure. But they were just such awesome guys.
Man.
They were awesome guys, and then we saw them at Uproar with we interviewed Sonny Sandoval over there, and you're a great guy too, just amazing. Because at our hotel we had she was looking out the window and she goes, man, I think that's a band over there. And then
we had the big coach sitting over in the parking lot across the street.
Yeah.
Little kids riding around on their Razor scooters. And then as we're back there by their bus, the little kids go riding by on their scooters. I said, those were the kids we saw last night.
it was
POD.
Yeah, it was his kids.
Because he came walking out of the hotel. He took a shower in the hotel and walked out
in the van,
in his bus or whatever. And it's like, okay.
So tell us the story about when John from Skillet got some of your guys' music. How did that blow up for you. How did he contact you? Did he contact you? Or
Sure. Yeah. An insane time in our life, for sure. Well, we'd been touring as an independent band, kind of doing our thing, and just trying to get as much momentum as we could. And Skillet was in our neck of the woods. We're from the Northwest, and they were up playing a show in Spokane, Washington. And we had a road manager at the time who was working the Skillet show as a runner. So we sat there in a van all day and waited till the band needed something. Went. Yeah. So Skillet's John and some of the band wanted to go to a restaurant. So they jumped in the van with our road manager, and he's taking them to a restaurant, and being the good guy that he is, he's like, "Hey, I work with this band, We Is Human. You should check him out." And he handed them our EP.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, we get them all the time. We listen to them, obviously.
He should have just put it in the CD player.
I know.
You got no choice.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what, exactly.
You want to eat?
Right. Yeah. Just stop and pull over. Park on railroad tracks.
Right on.
So anyways, later, kind of as a joke to get a good laugh before he went to bed, John's like, "Hey, let's check this out and see how much this sells." He's like, "Oh, the runner works with the band, doesn't that figure?" And he put it in, and he said he was blown away. So he called his wife Corey over. He's like, "Am I wrong, or is this completely awesome?" And so
he says, he's like, "Yeah, well, I'll just listen to the next song because I'm sure that's gonna suck.
Something's gonna mess it up. Something's going down."
Did that to the next one, and the next was
yeah, he loved it, man. So he got a hold of his manager, Zach Kelm, in Nashville, and he's like, "Dude, there's this band, We Is Human, and I love them, and I think you should work with them. I think you should manage them and get a hold of them or whatever, see what they're doing." And Zach's like, "Dude, I just heard about them through another industry guy. I haven't checked them out yet." And so he did, and he called John back. He's like, "All right, I'll work with them if you work with them with me, and we'll do it together."
Cool. That is huge.
And so I happened to be going out. We had just won a contest to play at a thing called Camp Electric in Nashville, and opened for an artist called Toby Mac. And so I was flying out to do some meetings in Tennessee, and I get this call from Skillet's manager being like, "Hey," and he's like, "Just so you know, John Cooper heard your stuff, and he said he's working out to your music all the time, and he loves your band. He said you guys are like the best band he's heard in like 5 or 6 years." And I was like, "Am I getting pranked?"
Yeah, where's the camera?
Who is this? And he's like, "It's Zach Kelm, and Skillet loves you." And I'm like, "What?" So I flew out to Nashville, still hadn't met John, and I went to Zach's house, and he offered us a deal with him managing us.
Wow.
And then we were going to play a festival called Cornerstone Festival, and we went and played, and I got a call that day, and they're like, "Hey, John, Skillet's headlining that night. They want to meet you guys in person." And so right before we went on our little tiny stage with like 25 people in front of us,
it was awesome.
yeah, like a presidential entourage comes rolling up, all black, like Escalades,
Don't
whatever.
suck tonight.
And the whole band gets out.
105 degrees.
Oh no!
It was insane.
Just standing there in front of us.
Yep.
Impressive.
That's exactly what it was.
Impressive.
Like, make me smile.
That's awesome.
It was cool.
That is so awesome. I haven't taken the CD out of my car yet. No, I'm serious. And
Really?
It's in my car.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
you guys do not know how addicted we all are to it. I mean,
Very much
and
so.
it's just awesome. This is the best find I've found this year, and it's just amazing. And we hear lots and lots of bands, and we try to interview independents and all that kind of stuff, and up and comings, and it's just like, oh my gosh, just like he said, every song is just like it's got a different element. And the cadence to some of them is just so awesome, and it just gets stuck in your head, and you just can't. You go through the whole dang day sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, I can't get it out of my head now." Hit fast forward.
Well, we better hurry up on the next one. Then. You guys are gonna get burnt out.
No.
I'm so glad
not
you like
happening.
it. Thank you.
Well, and the live show just was totally above expectations too.
Oh, really?
I'm always curious when we see.
Come
I'm
on.
sorry. We saw it.
All the lyrics and stuff. I'm singing to him. I'm like, yes,
there was no way I was missing that. This is really, you guys in Skillet are really the ones that we come to. I was like, We As Human and Skillet, and then I really don't care after that, because we saw Skillet at Rocklahoma.
Twice.
2010, I think.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like,
And this year.
you got to check them out. Check them out. And I was telling him, I was like, you got to watch this band. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I mean, just boom. And I wasn't even, I was like, and it's been hooked ever since.
Yeah,
and
they're great, man.
They're just
amazing.
amazing. They are.
More time to see Skillet.
And
Nice.
before I saw
Yes,
them, I
it's
wasn't like a huge fan or
Right,
anything. I
right.
knew of them, but after
Right.
watching them live, I'm like, oh my
Dude,
gosh.
such
Have
a
you seen
great
the
video.
Not yet.
They don't have it out on the
They don't have it.
Oh, yes, they do.
They have
Sometimes.
Like it's like half of it.
condensed version.
Oh,
It's
okay.
smaller, but it's still
Okay.
really awesome.
Yeah.
And since they're doing direct support tonight, that they should be using
They should.
Yeah, at our very first show that we ever did, as We As Human, actually it was before we even changed our name. We covered 2 Skillet songs.
Really?
Yeah, like years ago before we ever
That's
knew them. So we've been
that's
we've been
cool.
panheads for years.
That's cool.
Now, are you guys the original lineup?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Me and Adam kind of grew up together playing. My brother was in the band at one time. His
Okay.
cousins have been in the band. But we're from a really small town. We filtered through a lot of musicians
Gotcha.
really fast because
Yeah.
we were really serious about it. Like, that's all we wanted to do ever, period, end of story. You know, we didn't want to go to college and get smart. We didn't want to, we just wanted to play music. And then we found Dave about 6 years ago.
Christmas 2007.
Yeah, okay. And I found him on MySpace, and he was serious like we were. He was just one of those freaks that's like, I just want to play bass for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
End of story. And then Justin and Jake have been in the band for about 4 years,
Okay.
almost 4 years, and they're the same way, man. It's like we are just dedicated, hardcore, like whether we play shows or not, like we just love playing music and
Awesome.
writing it and creating it.
Awesome.
So it's just a bonus that we get to do it in front of you.
Too
Yeah.
cool. That's kind of like one of the other things I was wondering is like everybody has that one moment in their life when they either see a live performance or hear something and go, that's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Is there anybody that sticks out, or when did it happen to you guys?
I remember when it happened to me. I lived in eastern New Mexico at the time, and I traveled to Albuquerque, and I saw a band called Disciple. I don't know if you know who they
I
are.
think I have. Really, really heavy?
They're pretty heavy.
Yeah.
They've been around for a long
Okay.
time. And anyway, I was a teenager. I think it was like, I was 16,
Yeah.
15 or 16, and I went and saw them play. And I remember the drive home, I was already making plans, but I was going to start a band. Like, this is it. All right. That's it.
Same deal. Right on.
Yeah, I'm a Seattle child, so
Oh
I
my.
heard Alice in Chains for the first time. I'm like, okay, that's it.
Yep.
That's what I want to do.
Awesome.
Guitar player. My stepdad played guitar, so I started picking up his and jamming on it and taught me some Hendrix lines. From there, just
Oh, wow.
awesome. That was
Killer.
probably 11, 10 years old.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, little
Wow.
guy. Yeah.
Wow.
My parents were, or my dad especially, was both musicians doing music at church and stuff.
Oh,
And
good.
So I'd always been around it, but I remember when my dad brought me home a double disc album of Tourniquet, and their first 2 albums, Stop the Bleeding and Psychosurgery. So when I heard that, it was like, oh, I like heavy music. I like drums a lot now. So it was just like a instant transformation. So I remember that.
Too cool.
Yeah.
Too cool. You remember yours?
I don't remember a specific time. It's just something that's always, since I picked up a bass, it's something that just hasn't let go of me.
Yeah.
I've just continued to do it. It's kind of like one of those, like, I'm going to continue to play this for the rest of my life. And it's just not even
Found your
a
purpose.
question of
Bass chose him.
which, what style, whatever. I just know that, I'm going to just...
That's amazing
You know what I mean?
how that
You
works.
just-
Yeah, it's
I
really
just-
weird how
I
it
have
works.
It's just in me. It's just
I
a piece
know
of just-
exactly what you mean.
That's
It's
what
just
you're
like
gonna
this.
do, you
This
know?
is what I was supposed to do. It just
Yeah.
feels right. So it's
Yeah.
just
So I haven't been able to turn away from it since.
Yeah.
deal, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think mine was I growing up I wasn't allowed to listen to rock and roll or almost anything
Yeah.
for that
Man.
matter.
Been there.
It wasn't allowed in our house, and so I really discovered music, like the whole music scene that these guys were already into, really late into my teenage years. But I loved music before then, and I remember kind of one of the things like that kind of moment that you're talking about. I was at a church, believe it or not, and they had like this late night where they're like, we're going to do a concert, so all the young people would come out or whatever. And there was this little band that is long gone now. They were called Simon's Cross, and they came into this little tiny show in our church. I remember the lead guitar player, Nate, came running off stage, and there was only like 20 people there, and he like soloed in my face, like, and I was like, oh, what is this feeling? This is amazing, you know? Like, I want to do that. I want to make people feel like this.
That's too cool.
And so I still wasn't allowed to listen to rock and roll until much later. But, you know, so I was like, well, if I can't listen to it, I'll just start creating it myself.
There you go. That works.
I've been there too.
Yeah.
That works.
There was one thing I was wondering. There's that music video you guys have with John, and he's in a car. Is that the same car from American Noise?
he's like, that's the car!
That looks
Well,
familiar.
I showed him the Strike Back video, and he said,
That's
"Hey,
the-
that's
said
the
that. He
American,
goes,
that's
"That's
the
the
beginning of
same
that
set."
from the American. That's the same set."
yes.
I said, "Nuh-uh." So
Yep.
then I looked. I'm like, "You might be
You are,
right."
that's very here.
I'm telling you, we are really into you.
You're so
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah,
So
we actually
shot the
filmed
video.
that. Yeah, but it's the same thing.
I was gonna say, we shot the video one day, and then they were shooting that
American Noise.
that
Oh,
night,
wow.
and then the next day, and so
Yeah.
wow.
that next morning is they're like, okay, well, we have the car, we have a great location for it, so let's just
Okay.
let's just
Yeah,
go ahead
yeah,
and
yeah.
do it.
Well, they were actually 3 days. The first day they shot "Sick of It" music video,
Okay.
and then we went in with the same film crew. The next day shot our video, and then the next day they shot American Noise, like right down the road from our house. So
Oh, wow.
when I went down to visit them on the set, I'm like, "Where's John?" They're like, "Oh, he's out with the film crew right now, like shooting this car scene for your guys' video." So, and then later that night we went back, and that Firebird was sitting. It's a '67 Firebird was sitting out with all those other cars in
Yep.
the circle.
It's a 68.
68.
Yeah.
We had
Was
the
it a
vision,
68?
Yeah, we had the
Okay.
vision kind of in our minds laid out what we wanted to do before all this. It just happened to all kind of work out.
Yeah.
You know, having them shooting the
Too
same day. We
cool.
didn't even really know that they were going to be shooting exactly the same time we were. But
Yeah, we just wanted to show people like that he's kind of the reason we are where we are.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, we put in a lot of hard work
Yeah.
and stuff, but
If
he's
your
helped
stuff
us so
wasn't good,
much.
you wouldn't.
It stands on its own.
Yeah,
It really does.
It's
Right,
the
but
icing.
him sitting
Yeah.
down in a car and playing our music is just kind of a kickback to how he discovered us. And
Yeah.
Whose idea was that?
that was ours. That was our
Sitting in
idea.
where were we? We were in a restaurant. It was a Chinese restaurant.
Chinese buffet.
Was that the
Yeah.
Chinese buffet?
Yeah.
Hibachi place.
Hibachi.
You guys didn't want to go, but I did, right?
Mongolian. I don't remember that.
Oh, okay.
There's a Mongolian grill.
We like some buffets.
Oh, yeah.
We should be in the stereo or something with him driving the car.
That's
let's get some
pretty
egg rolls.
cool.
Tell our man.
Let's get some egg rolls.
So we're literally sitting there eating, and he's got his phone on speakerphone sitting on the table.
Oh, wow.
Scarfing food down, calling our manager, like, this is what we want to do.
But our original concept, we wanted to like blow the car
everything
up
up.
at the
Great
end,
idea.
and then have. So the idea is like we're playing in his stereo, and as it goes along, we're destroying his car with awesome rock and roll. At the end, like he jumps out and runs, and his car blows up, and as the car's burning, all 5 of us step out of it.
I'm like,
I got a little out of our
no.
Have to hire that
fly.
director.
Go platinum first.
And J.J. Abrams too.
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
Director music video.
Absolutely. Awesome.
So what do you guys have going on after Carnival of Madness is over?
It was just announced. We are going out. We go home for like 5 whole days today, and then so we end our tour in Sacramento, California,
Seattle.
and
Sorry.
Seattle. Okay, Seattle. So West Coast.
Doesn't matter.
And then we fly out and do a couple shows, go home for 5 days, and then we go and start our next tour in LA. We're going out with Filter and Red and a band called The Otherwise.
Awesome. Oh, we've interviewed Otherwise also,
Have
and I've
you?
heard a lot about Red. So yeah,
Red
Otherwise
played
was
Oklahoma, but I think we missed
awesome
them.
guys.
I think
Awesome
they
guys.
played
Otherwise,
Oklahoma.
I'm
Yeah.
really excited to go back out.
they are really
Yeah,
cool
we had a great time
guys.
with them.
Yes.
I didn't catch them at Rocklahoma, but I saw them playing.
Yeah, they're cool, man. We just got off a tour with them. We did a tour with them right before this one. So
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, great guy. Man, you guys are surrounding yourself with really good company. I'm telling you,
we're really,
you really
fortunate,
are.
man. Yeah, we feel really blessed, and we're really fortunate to do what we do. So, I mean, we're as big a fans of these bands as anybody. You
Yeah.
know? So we're not just excited to be on the tour ourselves, but to get to hang out with them, and you know,
And you guys, did you guys do the Winter Jam last year too?
we did Winter Jam 2 years ago.
2 years ago,
We did
okay.
it the year before Red did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I was
We
actually
didn't
told.
go that year.
Oh, well, see, Brad said that they did play, and that we missed the end of it because the line was outrageous.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Okay.
were you-
Okay.
Did you play Oklahoma
the-
City?
Yes. We were the very first band on Winter Jam that year. So if you weren't there, like 7 years early,
that's exactly what he said.
We were there probably about 5 or 6 hours early, and we said, "Oh my goodness!" It was.
I remember Oklahoma City being
it was insane.
And that's crazy because it was sold out, and that place seats 18,000 people.
Right.
Some of the the basketball games can't even sell out there.
Right.
Most do, but like that, I mean, that was awesome that Winter Jam sold it out.
It was cool, and a lot of that, most of that Winter Jam tour was sold out. So when it would sell out and there'd be a couple thousand people outside, we'd go out and play an acoustic set.
Oh, cool.
For everybody standing outside. So it was a cool
that's
tour.
So we missed you guys twice, but tonight we finally got to see you. I mean, it's like, guys.
I know. Well, you'll just have to come out again.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
we'll make it happen.
Maybe the next tour if y'all are close.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we'll go too, obviously.
There you go.
But I won't miss it this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Can we get a couple of pictures with you?
Sure.
Awesome.
Absolutely.